Monday, DeMarcus Cousins and Markeiff Morris were both ejected in the same game in the Los Angeles Lakers 120-102 win versus the Houston Rockets. So let me explain what happened during this game. So it started off with Markeiff Morris. He had a little bit of a altercation with Jay Sean Tate, in which it led to Jay Sean Tate being on the ground. He basically shoved Jay Sean Tate. So after that, not too long after that, DeMarcus Cousins ends up kind of shoving one of the LA Laker guys, and then Markeiff Morris and DeMarcus Cousins start going into it. Markeiff Morris starts talking to DeMarcus Cousins as he's being separated by referees and players and everything like that because he believed that DeMarcus Cousins made a dirty hit on his player. So then, because of Markeiff Morris and him giving DeMarcus Cousins a little bit of a shove because he did that, and then he started following DeMarcus Cousins, he was ejected from the game. Now, they both got double teched with 2 minutes and 15 seconds left in the first quarter. But the only difference is Markeiff Morris got ejected. So fast forward to the second quarter. Now, remind you, DeMarcus Cousins has a tech on him. So one more and he's gone, because 2 techs in the NBA, you're done. So here's what happened. So DeMarcus Cousins is playing defense on LeBron. LeBron ends up driving to the lane. DeMarcus Cousins goes to swipe the ball, and he swipes LeBron in the face. And LeBron goes down. Once that happened, they called it a flagrant, and then DeMarcus Cousins was eventually ejected in the second quarter. So, I'll start off with you, Nate. What do you think about both players being ejected? Your thoughts?
You guys just played a damn game without fighting for once. See, here's my problem with these fights. Number one, they're pointless. Absolutely pointless. Number two, you're getting paid millions and millions and millions of dollars to play your damn sport. Not to go up here on the record and swapping people in the face, pushing people to the damn ground. What the hell is wrong with you guys? You're out there to play basketball. Not out here fighting everybody and getting yourself ejected. I don't know what the league's gonna do moving forward. I don't know if they're gonna fine them. I don't know if they're gonna do any of that. I don't know if they're gonna the team's gonna fine them or whatever or punish them. I don't know, but I think they both need to be punished because, like I said, you're getting paid millions of dollars. You got kids watching, you got your family watching, you got your friends watching you, and that's the kind of stuff that you do on live television. Come on, people. Come on. You're a professional athlete playing basketball. You're getting paid millions of dollars to be an influence to these kids, to these teenagers, to these students that all want to be athletes. And this is what you're doing on live television. This is what you're doing on live television. Grow the hell up, please.
I agree with you, and I disagree with you on different parts. I agree with you that this is immature, and you need to stop fighting because not only are you affecting your team, but you're also giving a bad message throughout the NBA. And not only that, you're giving yourself as a basketball player a bad message. Here's where I disagree with you, though. And there'll be a video. I do not believe I do not think that Markeiff Morris should have been ejected from that game. Let me tell you why. It was a tiny shove. Number one, it didn't do anything to DeMarcus Cousins. It's not like DeMarcus Cousins fell to the ground and punches were being swung. That's not what happened. He gave him like a tiny push. The refs and the players got separated him from DeMarcus Cousins. He was talking a lot of junk, unless there was something that he said, you know what I'm saying, that made the refs tech him or whatever. And the tech is fine, you know what I'm saying? I'm cool with the double tech because that shouldn't be going on, you know what I'm saying? But on the other hand, I do also think that he should have stayed in the game because I don't think nothing too significant happened in order to kick him out. Because remember, he got kicked out and DeMarcus Cousins didn't. And DeMarcus Cousins was the one who originally made the play. So they kept DeMarcus Cousins in the first quarter. It wasn't until the second quarter where DeMarcus Cousins hit LeBron in the face. So with that being said, I don't think Markeiff Morris should have been ejected at that point. Give him the double tech. I completely agree with that. But don't eject him for that. Because it wasn't I don't think it was really that big of a fight, or there wasn't really anything that big there to eject Markeiff Morris. Now, if Markeiff Morris were to do something like what DeMarcus Cousins did later on in that game, then I agree. Yeah, then you eject him because then that's 2 techs or you get a flagrant, you're gone. But but for a tiny shove, and then just because he's talking trash to DeMarcus Cousins, which DeMarcus Cousins is talking trash back to him, I just think it was unfair that he got ejected earlier than DeMarcus Cousins did, considering the fact that not only did DeMarcus Cousins cause the play, but he also was talking back to him.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but I can't agree with you because first of all, why are you shoving people to begin with?
Oh no, I agree. That's unnecessary.
That's you know what I mean. Like I mean I get what you're saying and I agree, but like I don't understand why you're shoving people. You know what I mean? Like just play the damn game. And if it was on accident, then yeah, that's understandable. Sometimes stuff happens on accident, but like at the same time, when you do that, you know, there's people out there that's gonna take it the wrong way, and that's just where problems start. You feel me? But yeah, I really think that the fighting is just unnecessary.
Yeah. But, see, but like even now, going on to what you said, now you eject Markeiff Morris, all right? Now at that point, why didn't you eject DeMarcus?
Exactly.
So that's my my problem here. If you want to eject people for like they shouldn't be shoving, I absolutely agree with you, and I'm not defending that. But here's the thing: first of all, like in the video, and I'll make sure Nate will post a video in the description below, so everybody can see the fight, like exactly what happened between the two. But I don't know. It wasn't like I couldn't see anything major. I couldn't. Like in order to for any like the way I was looking at it was, do you give them double text? Yes, but I couldn't see anything major enough to eject them both. He did give like a
Unless if they
little.
started swinging.
Yeah, they didn't start swinging. They didn't swing at all.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I
Shove,
mean.
and then they were both talking back and forth. So I wanted to, unless Markeiff Morris said something out of line that the refs heard that we didn't, because again, they're closer to it, so they can hear it. But we didn't hear nothing. So unless Markieff Morris said something that they didn't like and they ejected him for it, then I can understand why. But I say you do one to the other. You know what I'm saying? DeMarcus Lawrence did a play on his teammate. He didn't like it. So Markieff Morris got in his face, gave him like a little push. That's nothing big. It barely even moved DeMarcus Cousins. Gave him like a little push. Started talking trash to him. DeMarcus was talking trash back. And then next thing you know, they both get double tagged, and then Markieff Morris gets ejected. I didn't understand why he got ejected, and DeMarcus Cousins did it, or I didn't understand why he got ejected. Why he got ejected? Period. So, in my opinion, I didn't see enough in that video in order to eject them the first time. But I do agree that once you make but going back to DeMarcus Cousins' case, once you make a tech in the NBA, once you have a tech in an NBA game, you can't have another one. And maybe it was like misreading the ball and he hit LeBron. I don't know. Maybe it was on purpose. I'm not DeMarcus Cousins, so I couldn't tell you. But what I do, it does look like he went for the ball and he misaimed and he hit LeBron. But in those types of instances, you got to be very careful what you do because you already have a tech on you. You get one more and you're done. And that was and after hitting LeBron in the face, that was a flagrant, and he ended up getting ejected. But I agree with you 100% on the main message. Fighting in the NBA should not be allowed because A, it's immature. B, it's bad sportsmanship. C, you're basically being a bad role model and you're giving the game a bad name. And last but not least, you cannot fight. I'm sorry, but you guys ain't hockey players. You cannot. These guys, when they swing, they cannot fight. So stop fighting. So for those 4 reasons alone, please stop fighting.
Absolutely. But with that said, obviously, like, we don't want to wish bad on these guys. So with that said, good luck to them both, and good luck to both teams, and we'll see.